Hey guys, welcome back once again. Friends, today's story is about a mysterious planet located far away from Earth, where survival is not possible for humans or any animals. Where the air doesn't have oxygen but poison flows. Now think about it, what if some people unknowingly get trapped here? In this situation, will they be able to save themselves or will they become a buried secret? Let's find out in this video. The story begins on another planet named Nephilim, located millions of kilometers away from Earth. The year is 2056. This planet is vastly different from Earth in many ways. During this time, we are introduced to Mikey, who arrived here during a mission. Today, unfortunately trapped, he's facing life and death, begging for help from above. Just then, a spacecraft lands from which Timo descends. Actually, Timo is Mikey's friend, and seeing him makes Mikey very happy as he thinks Timo has come to rescue him. This was his misunderstanding. Timo leaves the dying Mikey, picks up an important piece of equipment near him, and says as he leaves, "Sorry my friend, I didn't come here to save you. Besides, there's no point in saving you. You've died and come back to life many times. You'll die here, but your duplicate will be ready in the lab again. By the way, tell me one thing, how many times have you died?" To this, Mikey replies, "I've lost my life 16 times so far and this Mikey is the 17th. Hearing this, Timo says to him in a very humorous way, "Have a nice death." Saying this, he leaves, and then the planet's most dangerous creature, the Creeper, comes and makes Mikey its prey, ending his game. After this, the scene cuts. We are shown a unique machine. Inside it emerges a new Mikey who looks exactly like a human, but in reality he is only a clone. Yes, a clone created by scientists named Mikey. His job was to carry out every mission that was extremely impossible for humans to do, whether it's going to another poisonous planet or testing a vaccine. Well, Mikey is used for all such tasks, so that if he dies in the process, a new Mikey like him can be prepared. That is to say, understand that from Earth to the sky, every deadly test's toy is a Mikey. Now you might be wondering, who exactly is Mikey, or why is all this happening to him? Let's go back 4 years to find the answer, where Mikey was living a simple life with his friend Timo on Earth. Like everyone, he wants to do something big in his life. To make this dream come true, he wants to start a business. For this, they both borrow money from a mafia. But unfortunately, their plan failed, causing a mountain of troubles to fall upon them. The loss was so great that they didn't have a place to eat even 2 meals a day. On top of that, the mafia people were also not letting them live. They were being hunted like dogs in every street, making it difficult for them to breathe every moment in the city. Then they learn about a space shuttle, which is sending some people from Earth to a planet called Nephilim to establish a new world, and its founder, who wants to become a leader after losing an election on Earth, will take people from Earth to Nephilim to create a separate world and rule over them. In such a situation, Mikey and Timo decide to go there to get rid of their troubles. But this task was not easy because there was a very long line to go to Nephilim. Luckily for Timo, his skills as a pilot land him the job right away. However, Mikey didn't have any special skills, so he chose the last option to secure his ticket, which was being expendable. Mikey fills out the expendable form without thinking, unaware of how dangerous this task was going to be. As soon as he submits the form, a girl named Kitty comes to him to confirm it. Then she takes him to a special room, inside which there was a unique MRI-type machine that looked quite amazing. Kitty tells him about the work. In this work, he will die several times, but with the help of this technology, they will prepare his duplicate clone with the rest of the waste material in space, which will have all the old memories stored. Then she puts Mikey in the machine, runs some tests on him, and in the end hands him a revolver, telling him to shoot himself. Mikey pulls the trigger on himself just to survive. So now we can see a new Mikey who now lives in the space shuttle. However, he is treated differently from the other people. One day, while he's having lunch in the hall, the ship's leader Kinet arrives, and his wife also enters. She makes an announcement in front of everyone. They will soon find a new planet suitable for humans to live in, after which everyone's life will be comfortable. For now, Mikey's attention was more on a girl named Nasha sitting nearby than on Kinet's words. Nasha works in the security department and has been watching Mikey for quite some time. Their eyes meet. and the conversation progresses to the point where they start liking each other. Then they come extremely close to each other. Like every day, Nasha meets Mikey and then returns to her tasks. As for Mikey, he repeatedly sacrifices his life for others on the ship, something he no longer wishes to do. But what can he do after all? He chose this life himself. Every time he dies, he comes back to life and returns to Nasha. In this sorrowful life, his only solace is Nasha, with whom spending a few moments brings him a bit of peace. 4 years pass by quickly. One day, their spaceship lands on a planet named Nephilim. Given its icy appearance, it's understood that water exists here, but to find out if the air is breathable for humans, Mikey is always made the scapegoat. He's asked to go down. As soon as Mikey lands on the planet, he removes his helmet. As soon as he breathes the lethal air there, his health begins to deteriorate. After his blood test, scientists found deadly bacteria inside him. After gathering information about this bacteria, scientists start working on an antidote so he can stay there. Now, because of this, Mikey was sent to not one but several planets. He has died multiple times, 16 versions of him have perished, and now Mikey 17 is ready, and fortunately, scientists have found an antidote for the toxic air, allowing them to finally breathe in the open air of Nephilim. Now after this, Mikey along with some others is sent to uncover the reality of the planet. As they walk, they all enter into an icy rock. The rock, as beautiful as it was to look at, appeared equally shiny due to the sheet of ice covering it. Suddenly, the ice rock starts to move and falls directly on a female crew member named Jennifer, resulting in her instant death. Upon hearing the news of Jennifer's death, Kenneth becomes very angry. He directly blames Mikey for this. Now he orders Mikey to work 12 hours instead of 8 and even cuts off his food. Actually, for the sake of friends' sleep, Mikey is just an experiment. But Jennifer is a young girl who is increasing the population and will be quite useful to him in the future. Mikey apologizes to the boss for his mistake. He tells them that he saw a strange creature on his planet. Maybe that creature is behind all this. Hearing this, Kenneth instructs him to go there alone and bring back the creature. And a few days later, we find Mikey wandering in the icy desert of the same planet, where he falls into a terrifying glacier while walking. And friends, this was the moment where our story began. Here, after the teams leave, the creature comes to Mikey. Surely, but instead of killing him, it drags him a little distance away with itself. Then it pushes him upwards without causing any harm and lets him go. It seems like it is helping Mikey, but Mikey doesn't understand why it did so. Perhaps these creatures don't consider humans their enemies. A little ways away, Mikey sees his company's truck heading back from Nephilim carrying mountain samples for testing. Mikey also secretly returns to his space shuttle. Worn out and tired, he heads straight to his room and crashes into bed. After a short comfortable sleep, as soon as his eyes open, he is startled because a new Mikey was standing before him. Seeing them, it becomes difficult to identify which one is real. But in reality, this is Mikey 18 who was prepared believing Mikey 17 to be dead. And knowing all this, Mikey 17 feels very sad, whereas the newly arrived Mikey from 2 hours ago is quite angry. Because multiple Mikeys are not allowed on this spaceship, and if anyone sees 2 Mikeys, both might die. That's why Mikey 18 attacks Mikey 17. But before the fight progresses, it once again takes us back to the past, where about 4 years ago, a major conference was happening on Earth, the topic being to shut down the cloning machine forever. Actually, friends, people on Earth were misusing this technology, creating many lookalikes of the same person. They were increasing crime, which shook the administration completely, and fed up with this, the government shut down the technology entirely. During this time, Kenneth comes forward with a proposal. He seeks permission to use this technology in space or on another world to explore other planets. He also promises them that if by mistake 2 versions are found in space, they will be killed there. Well, the government doesn't have any issues with it, so it seems like a good opportunity to them, and they agree. And this is where Kenneth's cunning plans start taking shape. Before we know it, he arrives here. And with that, our story returns to the present, where Mikey 18 was taking the unconscious Mikey 17 away to kill him. He is just about to throw him into the burning furnace when Mikey 17 pleads to be spared. In exchange, he'll give him all the food he's entitled to. He can even have his room, just let him go for this. His survival is very important. He needs to convince humans that the creature is not an enemy in any case, but today he is alive because of them. Otherwise, the brute Kenneth will take their lives without reason. Both are talking here when suddenly the team arrives, and seeing them, they hide. At this moment, Mikey 18 remembers that the team was the person because of whom he had to become expendable, and to take revenge for this, he moves forward to throw him into the furnace. Just before Mikey 18 can go through with his plan, he hears people approaching outside. So even though he doesn't want to, he's forced to save him. Now the team knows their truth. However, Mikey 18 lets him go with a threat that if he makes a mistake, if he even accidentally opens his mouth, he will throw him back into the valley. After a while, Nasha also arrives there. She starts romancing Mikey 18, thinking he is 17. Seeing this, Mikey 17 feels very bad because now he truly loves her. But now what can he do? After all, it's not his fault, and this is something Mikey 17 can't bear. He starts eating them one by one, unaware that what he is eating is not Janet's generosity but synthetic food. It's an experiment to determine if this food is suitable for humans to eat. Poor Mikey 17 ate it thinking it was food. He started vomiting and having diarrhea. He began experiencing severe stomach pain, and after a while, a team of scientists arrived who somehow normalized Mikey by giving him some painkillers. Now, Katie doesn't like the way Mikey has been treated at all. She takes him to her room and gives him tea to drink. Gradually, she tries to get closer to him. But Mikey was crazy in love with Nasha, so he quickly runs away from there and goes back to his room to see them, where Nasha jumps with joy seeing two Mikeys together. The three of them hug and start getting close to each other. The budding love between the three had just started when Katie noticed them. She sets out to inform the authority about this when Nasha stops her and confesses her love for Mikey, making Katie feel sympathetic towards her. She changes her decision. Now both are talking when they hear loud music playing from the meeting room. Actually, this noise is from a party given by Kenneth, where he was engraving his name on a rock brought from Niflin so that future generations would know who discovered this plane, who is their father of the nation. Now, as the machine is directed towards the stone to engrave Kenneth's name, it suddenly breaks in the middle. A creeper emerges from it. One creeper starts crawling right there, while the other, scared, attacks Kenneth upside down. Seeing this, everyone present there starts running. Chaos ensues in the auditorium. Everyone is running to save their lives, and taking advantage of this, Mikey 18 picks up a gun to kill Kenneth, the root of all the chaos and injustice done to him for so many years. Now at the last moment, Nasha stops him. Meanwhile, the other security guards shoot the creeper attacking Kenneth with bullets, and the other creeper is kept in the lab for testing. Now we see Mikey 17, 18 and Nasha all behind bars, whose true identities have been revealed to Kenneth and everyone present there. Alpha cuts the tail of the captured creature's child, makes juice from it, and likes it very much. Now, to fulfill his wife's desire, Kenneth gets an idea in his mind. He calls Mikey 17, 18 and Nasha and tells them that if they go down and bring back some small creepers for his wife Alpha, he will spare their lives. Nasha was completely against it. To enforce his point, Kenneth ties her small creeper with a rope and hangs it in the furnace. He ties the other end of the rope to Nasha's teeth. Now, albeit reluctantly, both Mikeys have to agree to Janet's condition to save their lives and the new creeper. But as soon as they step onto Nephilim, they are stunned by the sight they see there. There were creepers everywhere. Their numbers were in millions, and they had completely surrounded their space shuttle. They were badly trapped, but now they have no other choice. That's why Mikey, who had already met the mother creeper, tries to explain through his telepathic bond how dangerous humans are. They have such dangerous technology that they can wipe them out. The mother creeper responds that they are not as weak as they think. If she wants, she can destroy humans with her power. To give a slight hint of this, she emits several mysterious sounds so terrifying that both Mikey's eardrums start to burst. They were about to faint and fall when the sound suddenly stops. Here, the mother creeper tells them that if they want them to leave, they must first return her child. And for the other child they killed, she demands the life of one human in exchange, or else they won't back down at any cost. When Michael hears this, he steps in front of the space shuttle camera and gestures to Kenneth to give back the little creeper. But Kenneth doesn't understand any of this. Instead, he thinks Mikey is trying to act like the leader, even though Kenneth sees himself as the real leader. So Kenneth decides to talk directly to the creeper himself. Kenneth's secretary, who's standing nearby, comes up with an idea. He suggests, why not go out there, talk to the creepers and record it. It could set an example for future generations, and people on Earth would see the video and call you brave. Who knows, maybe they'll even become the new leaders here. Kenneth thinks it's a fantastic idea. The two of them take the bomb remote from Mikey's suit, get into a convoy of vehicles, and drive straight down to face the creeper. At the same time, Nasha puts herself in danger to rescue the creeper's baby and safely gives it back to its mother. Seeing this, Kenneth totally loses his temper. Things quickly get tense, almost like a war's about to break out. But the creeper still refuses to leave, because one of its demands hasn't been met yet. When Mikey 18 sees what's happening, he goes straight to Janet. He presses the button on the remote in his hand, triggering a huge explosion. Mikey 18 and Marshall both lose their lives. After witnessing all of this, Mother Creeper finally starts to trust the humans. She heads back with her people. The story now jumps ahead 6 months. Now we see Nasha, who's the leader of the colony on the space shuttle. Everyone's settled in and living happily. During the celebration, Mikey, who's sitting in the front row, is handed a remote labeled 17. With this remote, he can destroy the cloning machine once and for all. Yup, it's the same machine that turned Mikey's life upside down. So Mikey doesn't waste any time. He presses the button and puts an end to everything, making sure there'll never be a Mikey 18, 19 or 20 ever again. And with that, the story comes to an end. So, friends, if you had a cloning machine, would you want to make a clone of yourself or someone else? And if you would, whose clone would you make? Tell us in the comments below. See you in the next video. Thank you so much.